Hello and welcome to City 360. We have been analyzing most of the channels and getting the feedbacks regarding why Kejriwal had lost this huge election in Delhi. As far as the quantum of voters is concerned, uh, it is not a major thing in Delhi in terms of who controls Delhi in reality. Delhi happens to be a state where the law and order is with the Lieutenant Governor, and eventually the Chief Minister has to focus more on the road, the water, and the electricity and the cleanliness of Delhi. But Kejriwal has been giving a lot of freebies, and even then he lost his election. There is one thing which is very significant, that most of the big leaders in Aam Aadmi Party lost in their constituency because of the vote that went to the Congress. The biggest mistake that Kejriwal did was not to have an alliance with the Congress and not to fight the election jointly. Moreover, people say that Congress lost Haryana because they did not have a tie-up with Kejriwal. Same was the issue in Punjab and Gujarat. But now it is very important for most of the regional parties to understand that if they want to defeat the BJP, they have to choose Congress and they have to fight elections with an understanding with the Congress. Wherever they are in conflict with the Congress, the vote is divided between the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, and eventually the BJP wins. And this is exactly what happened in the state of Delhi. There are few things, like the whole concept of Aam Aadmi Party came into existence because of a politics that talks of no corruption, zero tolerance to corruption, and where a party does not polarize the votes. They do not talk about Hindu-Muslim politics, and people were willing to support. There were a lot of intellectuals who came into Aam Aadmi Party, and they were spending their own money and time to support this party. But as times passed by, they saw a lot of difference between what KG was saying and what he was delivering. He had promised that he would not be having a huge car or a fleet of security people. He will not have a huge mansion for himself or his family. But then people saw that he was using all sort of huge cars, big cars, expensive cars for traveling. There was a huge security for him, and everybody, the whole world was talking of the palace where he was staying. Definitely I am referring to Sisman. Now, in parallel to all these things, there were cases filed against him as well as his Lieutenant Second Man in Command, Manish Sisodia, in the case of liquor scam. And it was very difficult for the people not to accept the fact that there is a talk of money in lieu of giving help to the liquor trading companies, and eventually some kind of a kickback, which was told by the other opposition parties that were standing against the Aam Aadmi Party. This was one big factor which tarnished the whole concept of Aam Aadmi Party and the whole concept of the key person in Aam Aadmi Party. Then a majority of the Muslim voters who were agitating in Shaheen Bagh during the campaign against CAA, the Aam Aadmi Party did not stand with them. And during the riots in northeast Delhi, at that period also, not a single leader stood with the community. And during the pandemic, there were times when the Chief Minister, the former Chief Minister of Delhi, referred to the community as a super spreader of pandemic of COVID-19. So eventually the main chunk of voters in the Muslim community who trusted him did not vote for the Aam Aadmi Party. And when Kejriwal was deciding to give freebies to the voters of Delhi, the middle class felt the pinch because they were the people who were paying the taxes, and they felt that their money was going to the poor and the money was being given to them just for the sake of votes, and they were not doing anything for the society in return. So they felt cheated, and that is why a major chunk of the middle class voters voted for the BJP, because they thought that if the Aam Aadmi Party is not able to perform, if they are not able to give clean roads, good sanitation, nice drainage system, good drinking water, nice roads, it means they were not having a better Delhi, where they were forced with huge problem of Yamuna pollution as well as the pollution of the air, the quality of the air that deteriorated in Delhi. Now every time Kejriwal had this tendency of telling in press conference and in public rallies that the Lieutenant Governor was not allowing him to do his work. So this mentality of a crying child, where he played the victim card, did not go very well with the voters. Now they thought if they are going to elect the BJP in Delhi, and then they are going to create something like the double engine Sarkar. So they thought probably if we elect the BJP government this time, then there will be more coordination between the state and the center, and all those things which has been stuck for quite a long time would eventually start happening, and the quality of life in Delhi would improve. This was primarily one major factor which saw the BJP getting more votes, getting more seats, and eventually the BJP government is going to be formed after almost a span of 27 years. Behind the whole scene, it seems that the Congress is happy to have seen Kejriwal go in back foot, and Sandeep Dixit would probably be happy for being a cause to have defeated Kejriwal. It's kind of taking revenge for the defeat that Sheila Dixit underwent because of Kejriwal. Now, in the whole process, I think Kejriwal will have to recalculate his equations and form a strategy where he is going to say to the people the mistakes that he committed and what are the things which he is really going to do. His party is a national party and India is huge, and he can go to major states and talk to people, and he has to establish that credibility, because still there are a lot of people across in India who want a strong political party who entirely works for the masses and is not influenced by classes or the corporate world. Thank you very much for watching this episode of City 360. Our team waits for your feedback and your mails, and that really helps us to give you a comprehensive detail about the analysis that is done by our team for our viewers. Thank you very much. God bless you all.